Critics and controversies, what the opponents say about Jokowi. In the Indonesian political landscape, President Joko Widodo, better known as Jokowi, has been the target of intense criticism and controversy. In this video, we will explore the main objections raised by his opponents and understand the implications of these opinions on Indonesia's future. If you want to stay updated with all the analyses and debates on international politics, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your participation is essential for us to continue bringing relevant content to you. Topic 1. Economic management and challenges. Opponents of Jokowi often point to his government's economic management as a primary area of criticism. Although the president has implemented several reforms aimed at stimulating growth and attracting foreign investments, some believe these measures have not equally benefited all segments of the population. Income disparity and rising unemployment in certain regions are frequently cited as shortcomings in Jokowi's economic strategy. Moreover, Indonesia's reliance on sectors like mining and agriculture is seen by many critics as a significant vulnerability. They argue that despite efforts to diversify the economy, the country still faces challenges adapting to an ever-changing global market. The lack of investments in technology and education is also mentioned as a hindrance to long-term sustainable development. Another issue raised is the effectiveness of the fiscal policies implemented by Jokowi's administration. Tax burdens and the management of public resources are often subjects of heated debate. Opponents claim that the allocation of funds has not always been transparent, leading to distrust among the population. These factors contribute to a negative perception of the current economic administration, fueling opposition discourse and questioning Jokowi's ability to lead Indonesia toward a more prosperous future. Topic 2. Social policies and infrastructure. Another area where Jokowi's opponents concentrate their criticisms is in social policies and the infrastructure projects promoted by his government. While Jokowi is frequently praised for his ambitious infrastructure plans such as building roads, bridges and airports aimed at modernizing Indonesia, critics argue that these projects do not always meet the real needs of the population. There are concerns that large public works might divert resources from more urgent areas like healthcare and education. Additionally, the social policies implemented have been a topic of debate. Some opponents claim that despite promises to reduce poverty and improve public services, the results remain insufficient. The unequal distribution of social benefits and the lack of equitable access to essential services are often mentioned as failures in Jokowi's approach. This perception fuels distrust among citizens who question whether the policies are genuinely benefiting the most vulnerable layers of society. Regarding infrastructure, there are also criticisms about the management and transparency in project execution. Cases of corruption and the wastage of public resources have tarnished the reputation of government undertakings, raising doubts about administrative efficiency. Opponents use these points to argue that despite massive investments in infrastructure, there is a lack of strategic planning and accountability, which compromises the effectiveness of Jokowi's initiatives in promoting sustainable and inclusive development for all of Indonesia. Topic 3. Human rights and civil liberties. Beyond economic and social issues, Jokowi's opponents also raise serious concerns regarding human rights and civil liberties under his administration. Criticisms point to the repression of minority groups and independent media, suggesting a regression in democratic guarantees in Indonesia. Instances of censorship and restrictions on freedom of expression are frequently cited as evidence of governance that does not fully respect citizens' fundamental rights. Another controversial point is Jokowi's government's approach to protest movements and political dissent. There are reports that peaceful demonstrations have been harshly suppressed, with excessive force used by security forces. This stance has generated indignation both nationally and internationally, feeding the perception that the government is more interested in maintaining control than in fostering open and inclusive dialogue with the population. Furthermore, the issue of indigenous rights and the protection of traditional territories has been a constant source of tension. Opponents argue that Jokowi's development policies often disregard the rights of indigenous communities, resulting in land conflicts and the loss of ancestral cultures. The lack of adequate consultations and the imposition of large-scale projects without the consent of affected populations are seen as violations of human rights, further strengthening the criticisms against Jokowi's administration. Thank you for watching the video. We hope this analysis provided valuable insights into the criticisms and controversies surrounding President Jokowi. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below.